Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing some regional battles. For those that don't know, the regional tournament was announced and will be taking place in May. You can use any type from the Boulder Cup, Twilight, Tempest, and Kingdom Cups. So really exciting, a bunch of different Pokemon. You're going to have a bunch of different types, a variety of Pokemon on people's teams. I still think some Pokemon are going to dominate over others. For example, Medicham, Azumarill, Altaria, Bastiodon. Pokemon like those you'll probably see on most people's teams, or at least a variety of them, at least 2 or 3 or something like that. You're definitely going to see quite a bit of those Pokemon. So really cool that they're having this. So, and I'm really excited to see some battles and whatnot and see what other people are using. And yeah, we're using some Pokemon that we've used in the past. And what's good about this, if you participated in all of the cups, you probably don't have to power up many things because you probably already have them powered up or with secondary moves and whatnot. So really cool. We'll see May 1st if we get an invite. Who knows? It might depend on the Kingdom Cup. Even if we do, I'm not sure that we can participate. But either way, we could still have videos, and I'm just not sure how I'm going to have the schedule yet. Am I going to go back and forth between the Nightmare Cup and the Regional Cup? Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you'd prefer. Like that, I don't want to ignore the Nightmare Cup because we do want to get quite a few videos and test quite a few Pokemon out in that cup, but we also want to try Pokemon in the Regional Cup as well and have battles like this because it's definitely a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, we just wanted to get a regional video up because it was just announced. So we did want to see what Pokemon we might have or we might see in the regional. But anyway, we actually take the first loss, so we do go ahead and lose that game. Gonna go ahead and jump into game number 2, beginning with Medicham. He does begin with Quillfish, so not the greatest lead for us, or at least the greatest matchup. I mean, he does resist fighting moves. I decided to get a power-up punch just so I could strengthen myself and power up myself. I was going to switch, but he gets off Aqua Tail before I can switch. So I switch into Azumarill, and I was expecting a switch maybe into, I don't know, a poison type or something that can counter Azumarill, but he does not switch. So what that tells me is he has no good switch-ins to Azumarill, which is good for us, of course. You know, we could take those Aqua Tails. Getting a little bit low in health, actually, because they keep on coming, but you know, that's okay. We're able to knock it out, and we almost have an Ice Beam and Play Rough ready to go. So yeah, he switches into Hitmonchan. Of course, that can't do much against Azumarill. He's going to go ahead and block that, but that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this Power-Up Punch because I knew it was a Power-Up Punch. I knew we'd be able to take that easily. I'll go ahead and get off an Ice Beam expecting a Shield, and that's exactly what happens. He does use the shield. I'm going to let Azumarill fall here because it was very low and because I was in a pretty good position to bring in Medicham, and we do resist his fighting move, so I wasn't worried. I decided to use my last shield because, well, I guess for fear that it wasn't Power-Up Punch, and it wasn't, but also just to save the Pokemon. So getting off the Power-Up Punch just so I could boost my health, and getting it off again, you know, might as well grab as much damage as we can on it. I knew, you know, that Bastiodon had the advantage because Azumarill's charge moves did not do much against it. So we bring in Bastiodon, and he's going to get off Ice Beam or Play Rough. It happens to be Play Rough, but as I said, it's not going to do much to Bastiodon. Bubble is super effective, but I wasn't worried about it because it's not super powerful against Bastiodon. You know, he gets us down to about half, but Flamethrower is going to be able to finish off Azumarill, so we do go ahead and take that win. So as I said, Bastiodon is a Pokemon you're going to see in this Regional Cup. You know, it's good for the Kingdom Cup, going to be good for the Regional Cup as well. But yeah, we begin with Drapion this time. He begins with Altaria. Not really a good matchup for us because he's just going to town with that Dragon Breath, right? You know, we do get off that Crunch. He takes it, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I decide not to switch because I didn't really want to switch first. You guys know I don't like switching first, so he does knock us out just fine, you know, bringing in that Azumarill. So he's going to go ahead and fire off that Sky Attack. We do take it. Not really in a good position at this point. Ice Beam would have knocked it out, but of course he's going to go ahead and block this. I mean, why not, you know? He's not switching, so that's, I guess, a good sign for us. We go ahead and block this Sky Attack so we can get off another Ice Beam just fine. Probably would have still gotten it off anyway, but I decided to block it. He does not block that and lets his Altaria fall, so a little bit surprising. but I thought he was going to block it, honestly, but I guess not. We're going to go ahead and block that Bone Club because we can get off a play rough, hoping that he would use his last shield just so we can get it out of the way, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, as I said, not really looking good for us. He hits us with Bone Club, not knocking us out, but he's able to knock us out with that fast move. We bring in Medicham, and he's going to go ahead and get off that Shadow Ball. You know, I was hoping it was Bone Club, but it wasn't. It was Shadow Ball. Of course, it's going to be Shadow Ball. He knows I have no shields, and he's going to be able to knock us out. So that's a clean game for him. He takes the game, so yet another good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to yet another game, beginning with Altaria this time. He begins with Shift Tree. I don't think you'll see Shift Tree in the regional tournament. You know, it's in the Nightmare Cup. You can use it for the regional cup because it's part dark, which was in the Twilight Cup. But you're going to see like Tropius instead, because Tropius is probably going to be a really good Pokemon. That's going to be your Razor Leaf user. So yeah, you will see Tropius more than likely if you happen to have one. I don't, as you guys know. So you won't be seeing it in these battles unless if I happen to get one. But anyway, he does bring in his Tentacruel, so we get off a Dragon Pulse. He actually takes it, only getting like one ring on that one, unfortunately, but we switch into Bastiodon. I knew he only had poison types, so I wasn't worried about the Tentacruel. You could see how much we eat that Sludge Wave, right? I mean, not doing anything to us at all. Yeah, I knew he didn't have Hydro Pump or anything else, so we go ahead, get off that Stone Edge. He's going to go ahead and block it. Bone Club, it is super effective, but it's not doing a lot of damage because it's not a powerful move. It's a good move, but it's just not a powerful one, so we're going to go ahead and block that one just so we can keep our Bastiodon as healthy as possible, knocking him out with Stone Edge. He brings in Tentacruel, and we're just going to go to town on it. We don't have to worry about the Sludge Wave. It's not going to do anything to us, literally. So we knock him out and we take the win. We actually don't lose any Pokemon, so that's another good game. Just turned night as well. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into, you guessed it, another regional game, beginning with Altaria again. I think I used the same team this time as I did last video because I liked the team setup, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, he begins with Umbreon. I begin with Altaria. Getting off that foul play, doing a good amount of damage. I mean, he's a really bulky Pokemon, Umbreon, right? So Sky Attack, okay, I'll take that. He's down below half, so am I. I'm going to go ahead and take that foul play. We actually eat it up using a Sky Attack, so Altaria is a bulky Pokemon, just as Umbreon is, so I was hoping to knock him out with our Dragon Pulse, but not Dragon Pulse, Dragon Breath, but unfortunately not able to happen, so we did have to use the shield there, so we can knock him out first. See who he switches into, so we can have the switch advantage. Getting off the Sky Attack, I knew we would block it because that's Lucario, so now I could look at my Pokemon and obviously not bring in my Bastiodon, because Bastiodon cannot compete against Lucario. Getting off a Power Up Punch, which is super effective against Lucario, so he's going to go ahead and immediately block that. Getting off another Power Up Punch just before we faint, so that's good for us, and we're about to see his final Pokemon, Azumel, and similar to last game, that's okay, because, you know, as you know, Bubble's super effective, not doing a lot to us. We have a shield, and we're able to just get off our Stone Edge, and that's going to do more than his Play Rough or Ice Beam will do to us, so I'll definitely take that. Gonna go ahead and block it just because, as I said, we do have one shield. He's gonna go ahead and get off his Play Rough. Not doing much to us. I'm gonna be able to get off a Stone Edge, and that's going to be able to seal the deal and take the win for us. So another good game. And we do have one more game after this, so we do take victory in that one. And for the final game, we're going to jump into it, beginning with Lapras this time. He's beginning with Steelix, so another good lead up for us. He's going to switch immediately into Lucario, so you guys know we have to switch into Medicham. We're going to resist his fighting type moves, be able to eat up that Power Up Punch. Delicious. So yeah, Count is going to be super effective against Lucario. We're going to go ahead and block Power Up Punch this time, just because we wanted to get off a Power Up Punch, and we wanted to keep Medicham as healthy as possible because we have a buff. Of course, he's going to bring in Azumel, so it's really not going to matter at this point. Trying to do as much damage as possible. Probably should have went for the Power Up Punch, but that is okay. We get off a Power Up Punch now against Azumel, doing a good amount of damage. Well, actually, no, it's not doing any damage at all, so that's not a good amount of damage. But Medicham, over time, does take a lot of health away from Azumel, so that's good for us. He's in the red right now, so I'm thinking about it for a little bit. I decide ultimately to bring in Lapras Lapras because I didn't want him to get a Play Rough or an Ice Beam off against Shiftry. I would have blocked it, but I just didn't want that to happen. I wanted to save Shiftry and keep it as healthy as possible. So we do go ahead, get off the Surf right now, and he's going to go ahead and block that. So we do take his shield, so that's definitely good for us. And I was hoping to be able to knock him out without using a Surf. No, he's able to get to Ice Beam before we can get to Surf, but we knock him out anyway, guys. So because that Ice Beam did not knock us out. So we hit the Steelix with Surf. We knew Steelix was in the back, so that's why we wanted to keep Shiftry as healthy as possible so we can get off those Razor Leafs. He's going to hit us with an Earthquake. We resist that, and we're going to be able to knock him out and take the win. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.